Hi, I'm Jeff Miller. I'm from the University of Tennessee Plumbing Services, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about a water heater. Most homeowners have one of these in their house. They're 240 volt. This is a 30-gallon 240 volt water heater, and I'm going to show you some few things about it. All right, this is the thermostat that's normally in each heater. You want a little bit of hot water, a little more hot water. Only thing you got to do is take this Phillips or a straight screwdriver, and there's a slot here. It says hot and hotter. I think most of the time it's set on hot. You just take this screwdriver, turn this up, and set both. You got one in the top and in the bottom, and both of them need to be set the same, and that will increase the temperature on your water heater. This right here is a temperature pressure relief valve. It's a pressure safety device on your water heater. It does two things. It's for temperature and for water pressure. If it's dripping water out, you might have a problem. And I've seen these plugged, which is a no-no. This is a pressure gauge. It screws on your hose connection outside or your washing machine connection in the house. When you screw this on there, the gauge should not read no more than 60 to 70 pounds. If it's greater than that, then you have another problem. Your pressure reducing valve, it's under your house. What this does is keep your water pressure down so you can manage your pressure. At your street pressure, a lot of times it's 120 pounds per square inch. This turns it down to 60. And that's it. If you've got greater pressure than 80, you need to have this checked. This is a Fluke tester, AC tester, and it shows if your extension cords are good, or your Romex is good, or the power is on or off. And the only thing you got to do is just lay it up on beside this, and that light comes on. First thing, if you're running out of hot water, the first thing I'd look for is make sure I had a power on the water heater. And I'd go to my disconnect and come out here in the top of this water heater right here, and there'll be a little plate. If you've got a piece of Romex wire that's plastic, you can take one of these little testers. This little tester will show it's got voltage on there. You take it and just push it to the wire. This little light will come on. That shows I got power. So then I want to go inside my water heater, and I take a regular screwdriver, take the cover off the water heater, pull the insulation back. There's a little plastic cover. You can get your finger real easy and pull it off, okay? Take this little tester I've got, and you put it on these two wires. There's 110 volts on each wire. You put it to the top one. If this little light comes on, that side's good. If you put it on the other side, that side's good. So that tells me I've got power to my heater. What I want to do is take it to my element. If I check and I don't have any power to my element, then I've got a problem. There's a little button here. I'll show you what's not in a heater. It's called a high limit switch. This is a safety device. You could have had a lightning storm or anything, and this will kill this. You can push this safety device in, it'll click. You'll hear it click. Put your tester back down on your element, and it's heating. But if you're running out of hot water and just a short shower or something, then you could have an element burn. And the way you check it is, you find a disconnect at your house in the breaker box, or most of them's got a disconnect. You cut it off, make sure your power's off, take one side of the element loose with a screwdriver. Pull this wire completely out. Take this wire completely out. And with a continuity checker, you can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's. It just shows that it makes a circuit. See that little light? You push it to one side of the screw or the other. Now this is with the power off. If it doesn't come on, you got a bad element. Now here at the bottom is a drain. Hook a water hose to this, take it outside into a floor drain or wherever you have. This is your valve right here. Turn the valve off. Hook a water hose to this. Open this up with a screwdriver slot right here. Hit your relief valve or open a faucet somewhere in the house to give this air you want this to drain. Once it's completely drained and you know it's drained, take an element wrench. It's 1.5 inches, like a socket. It fits on just like this. Some of them's a little tighter than others. You just turn it, and it pulls straight out. It's a 240 volt. It'll say on here, 240 volt, 3,500 watt. Take this with you, go buy you another. There's a little gasket here. You want to put this gasket on there straight, lined up. Might want to put just a little bit of grease or Vaseline or something on there so it'll slide easy. Put this back in your water heater. Take your wrench, don't over tighten, but put quite a bit on it. Reconnect your wires. This is a ball valve. Some of them's got ball valves, some of them's got gate valves. Open something in the house on the hot water side, the bathtub, the kitchen sink or something, because what you've got to do, this is going to fill up with water, and this is full of air, and you've got to purge all the air out of it. Now, you need to do this before you turn the electricity back on, because if they turn the power on with no water, you'll burn the elements up immediately. And in just a short minute, it'll finally fill up and come out. Turn the power back on. Take your little tester. I've got power. Your water heater's repaired.